Dude, I heard some sick news the other day. Very
Sick
exciting.
news. All right.
Did you know that Panda Express just recently decided to branch out into international space? So they just opened their first Panda Express restaurant in, can you guess?
I can guess, unfortunately,
Because I told you about it already.
For the sake of this podcast and for the sake of this being a genuine first time here, I have no idea. Zimbabwe?
Close. China.
Close. Oh,
Very close. Geographically, probably close.
China, Panda Express. Well, KFC got that market a long time ago. I mean,
well, yeah, but I think that's the thing. Is KFC, they got all kinds of Southern comfort food in China already. The one thing they were missing in China is Chinese food, right?
Chinese food.
Yeah. Which is great because, like, if you think about
boundary breaking, honestly. And everyone always said China Express is not real Chinese food.
Yeah. So realistically,
who's laughing now? China Express.
Maybe it's the first American Chinese restaurant in China. To them, it's just American food, right?
Interesting.
Think about it.
I'm kind of more thinking. I'm having trouble thinking about it because I'm thinking more. The name is Panda Express. I just called it China Express.
Yeah, you did. I was gonna brush over that.
I didn't realize until now. But if it was called China Express, like, boy, did they take a long time.
China Garden.
China Garden.
China Garden slaps, though, to be honest.
That would be almost as big news if Olive Garden went to Italy and opened up the exact same thing. Honestly,
it's basically the same.
It's basically.
Or if they open a Boston Market in Boston, like, who would go there?
There probably already is one. No.
That's a good point.
There's probably a place called the Boston Market in Boston, and
it's a mom and pop shop that's been there for eons. It's been in the family, passed down for generations.
Cool. No one consulted them, unfortunately.
Well,
wow. I think this is a fascinating time to get into that Chinese market, especially for food distribution. Yeah, but Panda Express, they need more brand recognition.
Yeah, and I think it's good for strengthening our relationship with China right now because things are a little dicey.
Agreed.
So we get one of our we're bridging the gap. We're extending the hand. We say, hey, you know what? I know there's some shit going on, but hey, China,
we're still friends.
We're homies. We like your food still. Have you tried it? It's pretty good.
Have you tried your food?
Have you tried orange chicken?
Pretty crazy.
It's pretty good.
Bet you didn't know they did that with chicken, huh?
Kung Pao. It's your favorite martial arts style and movie. And we made a chicken after it.
Wow. So bold. I wonder if they've come across any kind of backlash.
It's probably just not popular. If I were to guess.
I don't know.
If I were a Tibetan
KFC would be popular. Who would have thought KFC would be the national food for, like, Thanksgiving in Japan? You know?
That checks out.
Like nobody knows anything.
See, Japan likes white people food. There's McDonald's fucking everywhere in Japan. And also, dank.
Is it better?
It's...
Honestly, my impressions of McDonald's abroad have been, they're worse.
Really?
They're a little bit different, but they're a little bit worse as well.
All right,
quality control is an issue. California fast food
on par everywhere.
Is
like,
pretty much
if you go to Jack in the Box, it's always going to be trash. No matter what Jack in the Box you go to, it's going to be bad, and that's consistency.
Listen, I have a couple. The sandwich I ordered Jack in the Box is impossible to fuck up. So, like,
is it grilled cheese?
Very elementary. No, it's the sourdough. I don't remember
sourdough
what
Jack?
It's called. No, sourdough Jack.
Classic.
I think that's it. Classic. It hits the spot. It's got bacon. It's got Suisse. It's got a patty.
Je suis?
And then it's also got sauces and stuff, but it's very elementary, my dear.
In Japan, check this out.
Okay, what's up?
Fish food. It's not a fish. It's not a fillet of fish. Okay, it is ground. It's like a McChicken, but it's like a McShrimp. So it's like ground shrimp patty. Fire.
Was it?
Oh,
what
so
condiments? Do you do cocktail sauce? You just send it and then
I think it was just basic. Mayo, lettuce, shrimp.
So it's almost like a trick. Like, bet you can't guess what this patty's made of.
What it is. Yeah.
It's a normal looking burger.
Their fries, 10 times better.
10 times better.
Because it's regular McDonald's fries, but they cook it in beef fat, and that shit hits all kinds of different. Oh. Every type of different.
I take it back, I guess. I mean, the California fries have been better than fries like in Italy, France, and elsewhere in the United States. That's what I have to slam it up against.
Yeah, dude.
But
Japan number one.
I feel like they probably take a little bit more pride in their minimum wage jobs out there.
Oh, that's for sure. 100%.
Respect. Deep respect.
So,
and as essential workers ourselves, as actual essential men in today's society,
all we have is pride in our work. Speaking of, excellent segue. Welcome to Essentially Useless, the podcast.
That's us. We're essentially useless.
Two boys.
It's a podcast.
2 boys in a box. 2 boys, 1 box.
Two boys trapped in the confines of our society. That's where we're at. Where are you?
I'm Kevin. This is my boyfriend Bob.
I'm his boyfriend Bob.
Speaking of, cuffed.
Not, I guess, anymore.
Yeah, you're still my boyfriend.
Not your boyfriend.
Still my boyfriend.
Well, boyfriend kind of has a certain romantic implication that was there. Listen, like, we were kissing. Like, Kevin and I would kiss and we'd hug and then we'd kiss a little bit more frequently. And now I don't think we can do that anymore. Emma's going to kind of come between that, and kind of why I didn't have the best of reactions when you first told me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, but I
very
think
stoked on it.
But now it's like, you know how girls hang out and they're like, oh, I went out with my girlfriends.
Yeah.
You're my boyfriends. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bob is my boyfriend.
Yeah, but I feel like,
like, hey, I do this podcast with my boyfriend.
Struggle when the kissing is gone. Like, how am I going to dap my boy up if I can't give him like a sweet little smooch and like, maybe a little tongue? Like,
yeah, you bro hug and then a little peck on the cheek, lip.
That's right.
Inner mouth, inner cheek.
Middle cheek. Mm-hmm. The middle part of your cheeks.
The middle part of the cheek, and then also the inside of the cheek.
If your pectorals have the sternum, your cheeks have a mouth, and it's your middle cheek, and that's what I kiss. Pect oral. I can't even think of anything fast enough to do with that, but yes, pect oral.
Oral
pectoral. Yeah, my boy got cuffed.
I got cuffed.
Kevin's out here putting rings on dings.
Yeah, so I told her, hey, no more Beyonce, okay? When that song comes on and you're out in public, and it's like, no, hands down, whole time. That's kind of like my one. That was my one caveat before any of this shit happened. I was like, hey, you got a decision to make, because I know you like single ladies. Mm-hmm. I know when that song comes on, you start throwing down. But no more.
Can't you let her throw down in a different context, like where she throws them up and then she's like he did.
Yeah, but then
he liked it. He put a ring on it. Like, now I am what to strive. I'm the model. I'm what Beyonce was looking for. That's not no sucker who's just gonna play me and leave me.
That's true. But I feel like if you're out and you hear that song come on and all the girls go, oh my God, I love this song, they're not going to be super stoked when like that one girl comes up and is like, I love this song, but also I feel like that's salt in the wound that is single ladies.
Those are shallow, vain people who can't disconnect from their own sad, shallow, single existences to maybe take a second out of their day to appreciate someone else's blossoming and flowering relationship.
But you're not. Yeah, I guess
not even blossoming.
You're not like dancing to single ladies. Roots. If you're proud of your situation, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, you're more. Either way, it's almost like a lose-lose. You're in a relationship, you can't sing along. You're not in a relationship, you can't sing along because it just makes you.
It makes you feel sad.
You can't look around, and when other people aren't singing, you're going to be thinking, wait, are they in a relationship or are they just sad? And then you're not going to sing in reaction. It's just chain reaction. And then nobody listens to Beyonce anymore.
Can we stop listening to single ladies? Can that stop being at every wedding?
Oh my god, dude! When
So-
you said wedding, the first thing I thought was dance number, and I know you wouldn't do this, but like Landon's wedding had a dance number. Jenna's wedding had a dance number.
Landon's wife.
I only have one time that I was forced to do a dance number. Well, that's not. No, wait. I had to do a dance number twice at Landon's wedding. That's why I'm.
Oh, because you had to practice. You had that rehearsal.
Well, listen. It was basically a dance walking up to the altar with both of his sisters.
Hey, nice.
I'm still just soaking that up.
Yeah, they're both also cuffed now. So
are they? Are they
so.
both engaged? Well, I don't think either of them are married. So still time.
Still chance.
But we're not.
Hey,
we're not going
team's
to linger
goalie.
there.
Anyway, yeah, dance number. It's gonna be Hotline Bling. So at least it's tasteful. And we're all gonna go down in unison, just one clump of people, and we're all gonna do the Hotline Bling dance.
The little crouch.
Yeah. And also that's it. That's gonna be the whole wedding.
All I do is the whole song, or do we get only snippets?
No, it's gonna be the whole song, and then that is the beginning and the end of the whole wedding ceremony.
The whole wedding
and reception.
Are you going to be doing the ceremony, like reading vows during the song playing and during the dancing? Is it kind of like all in one package, or?
Well, I was going to use verse 2 as my vows, and she was going to use verse 1 as her vows.
Okay.
And then anything in between is kind of like when we do everything else. So you mingle for like 45 seconds during like the hook, then you mingle for another 45. You mingle.
Mini quiches.
Yeah, cocktail hour is sort of the like intro, the instrumental beginning.
Open bar between verse 3 and 4. So get it while you can.
And then as soon as that fade out happens, in the car, going home.
What a picturesque dream
right?
wedding.
I know.
Honestly, and hopefully you get a reduced price for the 5-minute rent duration of wherever the venue is. That's a big aspect of it too.
I was just gonna do like whatever the most centralized parking lot is. So everyone can just pull up. You don't even have to get out of your car if you want. It allows for social distancing. It's very thoughtful. We thought about all this. It's a complicated time to be trying to get married.
God, picturing this in my mind is like one of the saddest things I've had to do recently. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I am. I'm working on getting Drake there.
Okay.
I know he's a fan of the podcast.
You should write him a letter as like a 2-year-old.
Dear Drake.
Dear Drake, my uncle is Kevin.
I am getting married to my kindergarten sweetheart. We've known each other for 6 months, and we are very much in love. And my favorite song is I think my favorite song would be Baby Shark, but I like Hotline Bling as well. How's your week been, Bob?
That song.
How's the essence of being essential been treating you?
How's my week been going? Yeah, it's going pretty good. So far I had work Saturday, Sunday. The good thing about my Saturday, Sunday shifts, I come in so early. Let me tell you, nobody on the work floor for the 2 hours prior to opening has a mask on. This is partly because like everyone is naturally socially distanced. We're in a big old grocery store with like maybe 10 people in it.
And you're powerlifting those pallets.
Listening to music. So it's almost like for the first 2 hours, reality is okay. Like,
as long as you aren't singing, because that's a lot of projecting of the things inside of your lungus. So
let me tell you,
if you're whispering,
there's a fascinating thing going on within the essential workers category, which is everybody is progressively hating their life exponentially more than the last day. So,
which is saying a lot for the like inherent amount of hatred for your life that you have as an essential worker already.
I know it's really bad, and the corporate aspects of it, like they recognize it, but they don't, and they like tolerate it to a certain degree. all the night crew. The night crew is the antithesis of the e-commerce section at my grocery store. We pick things off the shelf and they put things on the shelf. So
Yeah.
we start doing this at 4 a.m. while they're still there, and they still work up until 9 a.m. nowadays.
So
Like,
you're
people are
making their
still
job 3 times harder, basically.
3 times harder. Well, also, like, just get over it. Like, I'm sorry. The point of me bringing this up is, yes, I do sing at work. I sing at work in the mornings, in the 2-hour period before the store opens, because I fucking hate everybody on the night crew, and they hate me. There is no getting around it. I probably am a little bit less considerate with my trolley and my cart than the other employees in my department. I will go through their little alleyways, even if they have shit all over the ground, you know? And so everyone's like degrading mental health has like created this beautiful boiling concoction at work to where, and I don't give enough of a fuck because I'm not that invested. It's not my 45-hour a week pure sustenance. Like I'm doing other pursuits like this. This makes me happy. Like school inadvertently makes me happy, even though it also doesn't.
Because it's not work.
Because it's not work, and it's also, you know, I can see my cake in the distance, which is a degree, so I never have to do this again. This is a fun experiment.
I would just like to point. I would be blessed if I could see your cake in the distance, but we're pretty far.
Dude, you can. Oh my gosh, I archived it, but on my Instagram, there's a picture of my cake in the distance.
Ooh.
Yeah, like Christian and I's cake in the distance.
Ooh,
I archived
nude
it because
beach.
I was trying to be edgy, but yeah, nude beach and
Okay.
in wherever that was. So
Send that to me. So I do have a question because I think about this all the time when I go into grocery stores.
What's up, dude? What's up?
How many songs are on that playlist? Because I'll go into a store and I'll be like, "Ooh,
fantastic
this shit
question.
slaps. They got
Don't-
bangers in here." And then I
don't
go in a week
Give off that
later,
impression.
and then it's the same song, and I'm like,
Yep. Yep.
I feel like I heard this the last time.
The answer is 50. The answer's around 50. I've heard the rotation enough times. I literally think it's like the 50 biggest hits
Of all time.
of 2019.
Oh, you got that 2019 one.
It's fairly like, one thing that really bothers me about this, perfect that you're touching on this, by the way. One thing
I'm
is
just
the
setting up those
announcements.
softballs. I'm getting good at this shit.
The announcements for like health safety in the grocery store have
yeah.
disappeared. By the way,
they have.
they don't actually do those anymore. Seemingly at my grocery store.
See, here
So
in
the
San Diego, we get them in
music
English
is
and Spanish.
less interrupted.
So we get it twice,
That's fun.
which is
We
sick.
only get them in God's language. That's fun.
Greek?
Well, it's worse if you work there. Okay, so
Mhm.
just think about that. I'm actually kind of appreciative. Nobody was listening to them anyways. Like, wear a mask, that whole spiel, which is like 90% of it. So I guess they just figured it was an exercise in futility. But 50 songs is the answer to your question, Kevin.
So
50
if the average
very,
song
very
is like
cool
3.5
songs.
minutes long, that's like
I'd say you
it's like
only
a
have
2-hour loop.
it's
3
about
hour
a
loop.
2-hour loop, 2.5-hour loop.
That's pretty sick. So you get to hear the same song at least 3 times every day.
You know what?
That's pretty nice.
I probably have to double it. I probably would say 100, but so many of them sound so similar. There's probably about 5 or 10 Maroon 5 songs,
How many Imagine
There's
Dragons
5
songs
or
do you
10
have?
Ariana Grande songs. There's only 2 or 3. They have Natural.
Radioactive?
No, they don't have Radioactive.
Oh.
They have Natural. They have
Oh, yeah.
Animal.
Mm.
I
Those
think
are the same song, I think.
all their songs are one word, dude. Sail. Wait,
That's not them.
I don't know anymore. Like, and the thing that like really pissed me off is one of those songs that plays is the Ariana Grande song where it's like, "These are a few of my favorite things."
Okay, real talk though, that song kind of hits. Hey, buddy,
Love it.
I got it. Yeah, that song.
I hate
Unironically, I do like that song,
it. It's creatively
but I
bankrupt.
haven't heard
and I
it 100 times, so maybe that's different.
You
I've heard it
haven't
about
100
4.
times.
I've heard it maybe
I
4
prefer
times.
the Mary Poppins version. A
Mm.
few of my favorite things,
Mhm.
produced by Disney, executives at Disney.
When are we
More
gonna get a Mary Poppins
Walt
ride?
Disney. When are we getting a live action Mary Poppins remake? Because the animation from like back in the 40s was really, really bad. And I think it's time to recast Hollywood's greatest as the cast of Mary Poppins.
Yeah, like we could get John Krasinski's wife. She would be a great Mary Poppins.
Oh my gosh, Emily passed the blunt. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally, dude.
Yeah, she would be so good. They could have her do like 2 different movies that are remakes of the last live action.
And then they could have like Tony Stank, aka Iron Man, aka Robert Downey Jr.'s.
Oh, Robert Pattinson.
To do the man who works in the chimney, the chimney sweep.
Wait, is he in that?
No. Yes, we're talking about the same one. What's his face? Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke.
No, Dick Van Dyke. No, what are you talking about?
I mean, there are a handful of new Mary Poppins movies. Post animation.
Yeah, that's funny because when you said Emily Blunt, it like, wow, she does. I feel like I've seen her in that outfit.
Because you have.
I'm pretty disconnected here. Also,
COVID,
I know
man.
There wasn't an initial animated version. It was a play on how shitty the initial live action one was.
That movie was pretty good though.
It was really good,
especially with those stoner scenes where they go into the animated cartoon world.
Oh hell yeah, dude! With the little Tweety birds, trippy. Talk about ayahuasca. Unlock the inner peoples in my head. You know what's crazy? How like everyone reports like the same alien presence when doing DMT for the first time. What's up with that?
Because aliens are real. And they're there and they're just hanging out. Like there's probably an alien on my couch right now, and I just can't see him because it's not that I'm sober as much as I'm confined to this plane that we live on.
Yeah.
I'm not able to excel beyond that because of the limitations that we have.
It's not even one plane. It's think about this. Your alien buddy on the couch most likely is only visible in infrared. Do we see infrared? Can we ever experience the beauty of infrared sights?
Is that why hummingbirds are just so tweaked out all the time?
Because they see an infrared.
Because they're seeing all the infrared. They see aliens. That's why they're never in one place for more than 2 seconds.
They don't know that they're in front of a flower. They think they're in front of a cryptic dodecahedron with
just primordial goo
radiating energy. They don't see what we see. And not only that, but try and have a conversation with an alien, bro.
Try to have a conversation with a hummingbird. Those guys are so pretentious.
Impossible.
Sorry. I forget that you can only see
stick on a topic.
Red.
I'm sorry.
What you call red.
Do you not move the same speed as your heartbeat, which is 5,000 times a second?
5,000 RPMs.
Do you have to measure in RPMs
or FPS? Bro? Flops per second.
Flops per second.
5,000 FPS.
Strokes per second. SPS.
SPF 30.
I got one of the highest.
Nice.
So I'm not gonna get into that.
What are you doing for Halloween this year, Bob? You gonna sit on your couch?
I was thinking sexy doctor.
Ooh.
I would go for like a sexy hazmat nurse.
Oh, where you put the mask. Oh, I'm getting bad timing. I'm getting a FaceTime, I think.
This is cringe.
Do you hear it? Can you hear it?
Yeah, is this from your baby boo?
Yeah, it's from my wife.
Some other fucking boyfriend. I saw a little smile on your face when you said
I'm just excited for that new Borat movie. I can't stop it. Okay, hey, I love
when does it
you.
come out? I think it's already out.
I can't keep doing this, please.
I'm sure you saw the whole Kazakhstan very good.
I did not. I actually haven't seen anything about it.
How they've adopted very good as their like.
Oh
tourists.
yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh no, very nice.
Stop, please. Please stop. Please stop doing what you're doing.
Sorry, folks. Kind of cringe that this is happening.
Oh, this is real life because I have to FaceTime my
super cringe.
My lady. because social distancing.
That's what has to happen. Yeah, it's a bad energy at work, which makes me really want to get out. Even I don't even care that I'm walking to and from right now, because you just get out and
It's just a nice break from reality.
A literal breath of fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So anyway, sexy doctor.
I want to be a sexy hazmat suit person.
Where like you have a nice slit in the mask, so you can kind of like see a little bit of lip.
Well, I was thinking, yeah, probably because I'm going to be doing liner as well. Like, I really want these motherfuckers to pop.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing the Kylie Jenner
Ooh,
setup.
Dip your lips in some habanero salsa for like
also,
12 to 24 hours.
Cupping, suctioning my lips to make them big, beautiful, like they were always supposed to be. God gave me.
I could suction your lips for you.
Fat strips of fat.
If you got time. Did you know that the skin on your lips is the same as the skin on your butthole?
So I've been told. I don't believe it though.
I mean, if you just do a little test, you could figure it out pretty quick. You close your eyes and then
I'd be using the same hand for.
As long as you go top to bottom, you're fine. You don't go bottom to top. That's kind of.
I need a multiple comparison.
That's true. Well, if you do left hand, right hand, top to bottom, then you're good. You're in the clear.
Okay, and then keep alternating, and I'm good.
Right? Yeah, double blind testing. Okay. Yeah, that's the science fact of the day.
I was thinking, really, the more interesting thing would be to just show midriff, like maybe halfway below my nipples, like on my nipples, but like
so
halfway.
It's like under boob, but backwards.
It's like more than under boob. It's like I can see the areola, but only half of it.
Oh.
It's like a waning moon.
What if you did a reverse bikini? So you put on a t-shirt and pants, but you just cut out the part that covers your nipskis, and then you just cut out the part that covers your jennies.
No undies, I'm assuming.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a reverse bikini. It doesn't matter. I mean, what's the point of wearing something to cover it if you're going for the reverse bikini?
Leaving all of my orifices
open and available. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, if I really wanted to do the opposite of a hazmat suit, like for full sexy quarantiner, I'd have to just be naked. I think that's the only way to do it. This ain't the weather, bud. I can't go out this Halloween
full naked, and you're just right up in everybody's grill. You're like, social distancing is a lie. COVID is a scam produced by the government. Oh, so you're dressing up as Alex Jones. That'll be good.
The globalists. I could 100% dress up as Alex. That would be so good, actually.
You should be Alex Jones.
The problem is that my interest in Halloween died at like 13. And I haven't really dressed up seriously since then. I don't have anyone to trick or treat with. And that's the entire point of it for me. So
I got a pretty good Halloween costume coming up this year.
Do you? Is it a couple's costume? Was this topic brought up just so you could segue into your own?
Yeah, the whole arc of this
fucking hear it then.
Now is just talking about me. No, I'm gonna be a
Let's
80s,
hear it.
80s workout man. I got pink tights that look so good on my legs.
Yeah, I
really makes my inner thighs pop.
Okay.
Them thundy thighs. Yeah.
That might be a medical condition more so than it is the effect of the tights, but let's continue.
Yeah. And then I got a blue leotard. It says "work it" on the front.
Oh. Okay.
Got sweatbands, headband, leg warmers. I'm gonna be Sasha Fierce.
Mm-hmm.
I might need some padding for the southern region. Just also, to really what?
Is she also going to be like you've like signed up for a life of couples costumes. Like you have to understand now, right? Like you literally signed on by doing what you've done.
I can still have original ideas. I can still have independent thoughts.
You can have independent thoughts, but they must manifest cooperatively. You're done, dude. You're done.
Stop. No, I can do whatever I want. You see, I didn't even pick up her FaceTime a minute ago. So I'm still my own man. I'm free, baby.
She cuffed. You ain't. Am I right?
I mean, I will have to call her back when we're done, but
Sure.
That's
And
but
apologize
that's
profusely,
that's just
right?
respectful, just being
Out of
thoughtful
respect.
and yeah.
What a relationship's meant to be.
Yeah,
based
yeah,
on.
yeah. No,
Sure,
no,
dude.
we're equal. No.
All right.
COVID.
Yeah, dude. COVID. We're rebounding, man. Europe is getting hit
Round 2.
hard
Yeah,
again. Round 2.
it's coming back, man.
Fuck.
You know what else is
You know-
coming back? Crop tops. And
Are
I'm
they
here for
for
it.
men?
Yeah, male crop top. It's slithering back into the mainstream.
I think you're only saying that because I want to do a hazmat crop top and you're a supportive friend. But don't bait me like that because I will go out in a crop top.
It's happening.
They're not coming back for men.
They are. Google it.
Men's fashion is restrictive. What can t-shirt and pants, man? It's sad. It's
Don't forget
fucking
about
sad.
shorts. We get shorts.
Not in this weather, Kevin. Kevin,
Bob,
you're so California centric.
Bob, it's like 60 degrees outside. What are you talking about?
Yeah, good point. 60. 60. I'm
It's
getting
like a
60
cool
here.
60. Got a little breeze. Sun's out. Sun's
Mhm.
out. Guns and buns out.
All of it out. Come on. Boop.
Dude, I had quite the situation the other day. It was quality. I didn't have the situation, unfortunately. It would have been a lot more exciting. But we
You're gonna
had
lie
someone
and act
in
like
one
it
of my
was.
jobs. I won't
Okay.
say which one for the sake of maintaining them.
I was gonna guess, but being that is the sake, I'm gonna not do it.
Yeah, she came in and she had a very fancy mask that was normal, covers the face, but it had a very interesting let's say material where it was maybe more similar to netting, maybe a little lacy, kind of a lingerie type mask. And she was not particularly pleased with the fact that wasn't an acceptable substitute for a mask that actually covers your face.
Did she present any counterpoints?
Oh yeah, she was medically exempt, and so
God.
she didn't have to, and it was very disrespectful that we weren't allowing her to patronize our establishment with said lacy mask. So that turned out into a pretty fun one. She was
So she
very pleasantly pleased that we were not able to accommodate her in her needs for her silk lace mask. Yeah, she was.
Well, you know what? We've all seen pictures of it. It's these big balls and they have little branches on them.
Mhm.
So when you see it coming, she's just gonna move. It's not so much like it can't get through the net. These
That's
are
a good
big.
point. I hadn't thought about that.
How are there pictures if we
the
can't
mesh is
use
fine
them?
enough, all those tendrils will get caught. Yeah, I might owe her an apology.
Parts of it. Sometimes it. What if it just only hits the part that is the net?
Yeah,
What if
that's
the
what I'm saying, because it has
particles-
the sticks, right? It's like when you see a dog with a stick trying to walk through a doorway, and you go, "Fucking stupid dog,
Yeah, can't get through.
can't get through. You got to go sideways." Maybe that's the situation we have with the COVID molecules, because they can't.
Did you get the impression it was a I don't take this seriously or I'm
Oh,
making
yeah.
a statement?
No,
kinda
it was you're actually scared of it. You actually believe in it. Which, pro tip from us at Essentially Useless to you at home or in your car.
That's you. You. You
Yeah, Jim.
mother effer.
Us essential workers,
Andy.
believe it or not, don't get paid to have opinions. We don't. That's not how this works. We get paid to make sure no one dies,
No, we don't.
or that we get to
You
keep our
get
jobs.
paid to make sure. I get paid to coexist with these crazies.
That's true. I
right?
get paid to keep my job, is basically how that works. So if my boss said, "Hey, no," then I say, Hey. No. I could believe that COVID molecules are just dandruff from the giant spaghetti monster in the sky. And if you ask me about it while I'm
Wouldn't
on
be
the
wrong.
clock, I say,
We follow
oh,
CDC guidelines, so you're gonna have to follow them too. People, I've forgotten that businesses are private and not like for them. That they don't own
they don't
them.
own it. Yeah, and
Yeah.
we're cardboard cutouts of humans could do our jobs for
Mhm.
us if we just like had answers to frequently asked questions on them. That's
I
kind of
don't
where
know.
we're at.
I don't know if you've heard anything about this, but this is something that like one of my coworkers has brought up, that essential workers possibly could get $15,000 in the wake of this, plus up to 10,000 extra based on how many hours they work throughout the pandemic. Now, I haven't done any research into this,
I'm gonna go ahead and
but
say
it
that sounds like a
sounded
bunch of
very
mumba
nice.
jumba.
I know, but dude, that would be pretty good. I feel like if you could verifiably prove that you worked at least like 100 hours, like it's
I did that
fuck
like
what
2
the
weeks
government
ago.
normally spends money on, you know?
That's true. We don't have to worry about fighting wars if everyone's stuck at home.
We already have a big
Cut
one.
the military
We have a
budget a
big
little bit.
military. Yeah, like by a couple billion, 100 billion. It's not, you know,
And then
why
put
is
that
it so
100
big?
billion right in my wallet.
Bank account. I was a warrior. I was a frontline warrior.
Yeah.
So something to think about. I was going to try and research that during the podcast like a real pro, but I think I'm going to refrain because I'm fairly certain it doesn't exist.
Yeah. Also, if you could avoid doing other things while we're recording, that would be nice, just for, the fans.
All right. You
Because
just
as much as they love hearing clickety clacking and us going, oh no, maybe if I look, maybe
well, we have to fact
let's
check ourselves.
we don't have to fact check shit. We're entertainers now, Bob. We say what we want, and other people worry about fact checking it, and then they tweet at us about it.
Shoot, dude. The future.
And then maybe we have to apologize, but we probably won't.
I won't. You will.
Nah.
You're the type. I'm not, though. Dude, I've realized I'm a nihilist. I'm a nihilist, man.
You're in a nihilist?
I'm in denial.
You're in
I'm in
denial?
denial. I'm in denial. I'm in denial, my guy.
The water is fine.
The water is warm, my bro.
We might have to apologize for that voice.
No, I refuse. No more apologies. 2021.
2021, no mas.
I don't know, man.
That's it. So here's what I was thinking about the other day.
Hit me with it.
Vaping, right? That's just as much of an epidemic as this pandemic, right? All the kids are gripping it and ripping it.
Yeah, bro.
If we could find a way to design a collaboration between vape brand number 1 and Purell or Clorox, kids are just vaping sanitizer. Their lungs are clean.
Where does COVID go?
Disappears. Because the Clorox and the Purell molecules inside your body go, yeah!
Let's get factual, Kevin. Where does COVID go?
It disintegrates.
Where?
Because the first law of
Kevin
thermodynamics says that energy cannot be created or destroyed unless you mix Clorox and Purell.
The answer I was looking for is the lungs. That's why this is a beautiful idea.
Oh, the lungs.
The bronchioles. It goes
the bronchiosaurus. So if you're breathing in, you breathe in the COVID, right? And then you breathe in the Clorox.
You fat rip.
It's like you're casting a net, you're catching all the COVID, you bring it in, and you kill it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like trees.
Hard.
And then you exhale Clorox and Purell. So we are like the human equivalent of trees, where we bring in all the bad and we put out good.
Also, it has a natural flavor, which is like vodka.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of got a vodka-y.
Then
No.
kids can get their kick without having to actually drink, because
True.
underage drinking
Very
is
light
dangerous.
buzz. Very dangerous. Something that's not talked about enough.
This is where my $1 million ideas come from.
This is Kevin Chan's idea, and
So TM on that.
when
Clorox.
when that starts popping off, I want it to be solely in Kevin's hands because I don't know how well I want to be affiliated with this idea.
Fine. If I get paid, this is Darwinism. As long as I get paid, someone else can die for making a bad decision. That's not my fault.
Now that's
Right?
fascinating. That's fascinating. Like optional Darwinism. I think like
Mhm.
if we start offering things that are deadly but look desirable, we'll weed out the weak who actually get them.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
That's why the Tide Pod.
Tide made a killing off of that.
Mm-hmm.
What did they do? They waited like 6 months and they went, "Oh, don't eat these." But they
Sorry,
still got paid.
They made a what off that?
They made a killing off of that.
Because people died. That's why that's funny.
It's funny because children are dead.
You know, and the funny thing is like they died because it got into their lungs. Like that was the death.
No, it was in their tum tum.
I think there was one big death.
How would it get into your lungs if you eat it, Bob?
So, man, you ever had a hot Cheeto go down the wrong pipe?
Yeah.
Because I fucking have. I know what actual pain is.
It's like when you open a fresh can of Pringles with the salt and vinegar variety, and you go. And you just house the whole thing.
I mean, that's my favorite part of the Pringles experience. But
Yeah.
you know, some people, I guess,
See, that would be a
hard.
similar experience to the Clorox vape, but you deal with it because you know that it's purely positive,
But what if
but
they're
not
not
COVID
like?
positive.
What if they're like desserty flavors? Like I don't know, cannolis.
What about a pina colada flavored Purell?
That's got alcohol. Tequila though. Can they make Purell out of tequila? Is that possible? Agave,
Probably.
cacti.
You get enough agave in there, you got to be able to kill some sort of germs.
You get enough agave.
Agave, aguavate,
Aguave,
aguava,
agave,
agave.
a governor of a state. Well,
So that's my thing. I'm proposing that to the world. Purell, if you're listening, hit me up.
Kevin, it's a
Nail me.
terrible idea. Kevin, it's a really bad idea
Why is that a bad idea?
because it's also something the president has said we should start doing.
Is it?
So, general rule of thumb is it's probably not the best idea.
Wait, what did he say?
Well, he definitely said inject cleaning
Chlorine.
solutions.
Well, yeah, that's
to some
dumb though.
degree into the
Injecting
body.
things is dangerous.
People know that.
Then you have like needles involved, and there's
Also, it doesn't go to the lungs. That's kind of,
exactly.
I don't know. I think this needs monkey trials.
There's no
before you
COVID in my
get into it.
bloodstream; it's in my lung stream.
I want to see a monkey vape. I can't think of a cooler thing than a monkey vaping.
That would be sick. Could you imagine if King Kong, instead of grabbing the woman and climbing to the top of the tallest building in New York, he grabbed a King Kong sized vape and
Dude.
just chiefed the fattest of
a
clouds?
box mod with a fat tank just full to the brim. with
Okay,
that
think
unicorn
about
milk
this. How would the
box.
airplanes with the guns be able to find him if he was surrounded by fat, dense clouds? He would have survived.
The clouds would scale up. I see what you're saying. I see what
Because
you're
if
saying.
you if you got a fat rig, you're gonna
Mhm.
get fat clouds.
Mhm.
If you scale
And
that
probably-
up to King Kong sized rig, you get King Kong sized clouds.
The second you fly through one of those clouds, you're domed too. I mean,
Yeah,
you're done.
and you're just going straight down. King Kong's fine. The pilot goes, "Oh, whoa! I just need to lay down for a sec."
bro, you need to change your coil. And then you just. That would have been a cooler version of it.
That would have been a
But
20.
Knowing that knowing that
2022?
monkeys already smoke cigarettes, like they would vape in like a heartbeat. Imagine a banana flavored vape.
Then it could
These
work as
monkeys
like,
would
oh
go crazy.
shit, bananas. The monkeys would go bananas.
It's bananas.
And then we're saving the monkeys too, because they can stop smoking cigarettes.
Well, the leading cause of monkey death is depression, and if you give them something to do, like banana vapes, they're not going to be nearly as depressed, are they?
That's true. We can
That's
just
why
teeter
everyone
it
in
towards
this
lung
time
cancer
is-
instead.
Everyone's just like resorting to vices.
Even the monkeys.
You know, this pandemic has just hurt the monkeys, us monkeys, and also other monkeys.
Especially
So
with
we gotta
like
think about the
propaganda
prosimians.
films, like what was that? It wasn't Pandemic. It was the other one where the monkey is the one that's like the
Yes.
sole proprietor of the spread of this disease.
Yeah, the monkey disease that makes every monkey smart.
Yeah, monkeys are getting a bad rap, man.
You're talking about
2020. You got this.
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the-
Apes.
Planet of the Vapes.
Oh!
That's it. This is it's the tie-in that's been waiting to happen.
Planet of the Vapes.
We just needed someone to unlock the secret.
No. No. That would be so much funnier. And then he's just passing his mod around.
Yeah. Instead of a
He's like,
human
bro,
skull.
hit this.
Yo, bro, get at
Or
this though.
well, instead of canisters, the man just like rolls a bunch of. That's not explained. Is how like they don't get any more of this chemical that makes them so smart, but they like are able to educate the rest of monkey kind.
It's because they're so
post.
smart already. They just found a more efficient way to educate. And
You know what
also
I
they
think?
probably figured out how to make more of it for themselves. They just didn't show it in the film.
They most likely had a cast, a societal cast of monkeys with the smartness, and then dumb monkeys that were just subservient to the. They're no better than humans, and that's
It's just
what-
like how we operate. You
figures
need
out.
the dumb ones at the bottom to make money for the ones at the top.
That's right. It's called slavery.
Well,
I mean, it's like 1, 2, 3. You're my slave to be.
or essential work, or minimum wage jobs.
Modern
or...
day slavery.
Oh.
We are modern day slaves. Slavery.
Mm.
It's there. It's here. It's here. Where's it gone? It hasn't. Thank you. God, I was so nervous about that one.
That was
And
beautiful.
getting my truth out there was very important for me. So
Okay, speaking of slavery, follow-up concept for ending this issue.
Yeah.
Global slogan: no mask, no teeth. And so what that means is if someone comes up and they want to do their business, but they don't have a mask, you just politely walk them outside, ask them to bite the curb, and you curb stomp a bitch. And that fixes all the problems. Because you see one person get curb stomped.
Yeah.
One
Yeah, you watch
middle-aged
them die.
white woman posting on Facebook a picture of her face in the
Nancy.
hospital, no teeth,
with that like
blood,
pixie cut, it kind of just like goes up.
the manager cut. Yeah.
We know it.
That goes viral. No mask, no teeth. If you're out here, you don't have your mask on, you're going to get curb stomped.
Mhm.
Masks,
And we have to find
we
curbs for every.
we skyrocket up to like 99.95% mask usage in like 12 hours.
I would love to participate. Would you curb stomp someone?
Yeah,
I would too.
I would absolutely.
One more person with like a fucking diaper mask.
Yeah,
Or,
someone comes up and they
cut
go,
up towel.
yeah, like, hey, is this cool? And you go, I mean,
Well,
is
you
it going to be
know.
cool? How about this? I'm not going to tell you if it's cool. I'm going to let you come in, and then we will figure out later, based on how many teeth you got left, how cool it was.
I think you're overestimating underestimating the damage of a curb stomp. Unfortunately, I think it's you're losing a little bit more than your teeth in this situation.
Well, I mean, once we like dial it in and we get good at it, we can like really
Light
gauge
curb
like,
stomps.
okay, well, if I do like 30% pressure on the back of the head, maybe we'll wear
What about-
padded footwear. You have like different levels of padding in your shoes, like steel-toed boots versus like Crocs, right? There's two different gauges of how hard someone's gonna get stomped into the curb.
God, hope it's the Crocs.
If it's
I
a
hope
mild,
it's the
that's like Crocs are for dick nosers.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
So it's
that,
like there's
actually.
kind of your gradient, right?
Do you curb stomp them with their mask still over the bottom of their nose?
Yeah.
Or do you tell them to take their mask off? Because now you're kind of the enemy, aren't you?
No, I think that's still appropriate.
Mm.
Just a light curb stomp for dick nosing. If you're a full Karen, it's like weighted steel-toed boots. You know?
So death. We can't do this, Kevin. We can't do this. Your optional euthanasia approach was better.
If you come in and you try to tell
Vape
me
Tide
that I am
Pods.
a sheep and that you try to tell me your political opinions, sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer.
We skip weighted. This is the top.
If they came in with a vindication, they came in with vitriol.
Yeah, if you're sitting at home just fuming and you have no one to talk to about your opinions because no one wants to listen anymore, so you go to the grocery store and you tell little Timmy that's bagging up your groceries that he is just a cog in the machine and he's a sheep. You walk out, you pay for your groceries, you walk out, you set them down, you lay down, teeth on the
You
curb.
will go home with your groceries. I mean, we're still selling you groceries.
You're buying the groceries. You might not
Yeah.
get home with the groceries. But you walk out of the
Most likely
building,
not.
you set them down, you put your teeth on the curb.
Oh,
Little Timmy from the bagging station gets to take a little break, walk up, grab the sledgehammer by the front door, and just bah! Just one.
it feels so good.
Yeah, and then everybody kind of gets what they want. That guy gets to get all of his pent up emotions out. Little Timmy gets to hit you in the back of the head with a sledgehammer.
Little Timmy gets what
Yes.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord Almighty, help me.
Bless you, child.
Christ. I don't think that's a very good idea either, Kevin. I'm sorry. I think people are like, Trump is the reason why this pandemic is so bad, but America is why this pandemic is so bad.
Oh, absolutely. It's not.
like-
It's not anyone's fault. It's everyone's fault.
Yeah,
Us included.
this wouldn't have gone better with someone else. Maybe it would have gone a little bit better.
Maybe
but
a little bit. We probably would have been able to curb the whole racism part in the middle if it was somebody else. I can't speak about the pandemic itself.
If there was any kind of addressing of that
I
situation,
think that part probably
at a
could have gotten
presidential level.
a little bit smoother. Like maybe just like
What
if
do
it
you
was
mean?
like the last guy. If the
I like
last
black
guy was
people.
around still when this was happening, I feel like maybe it would have looked a little bit different.
Probably a little
Just
bit,
a little bit different.
a little different.
But who's to say, you know? It's really impossible to tell.
Hindsight's very clear,
Hindsight's 420.
but foresight and foreskin, it's only there temporarily. I probably had mine for about 10 days.
Yeah, it's just full of cheese.
Full of cheese by the 10th day.
Mhm.
Not by the first day. First day I was clean and
Squeaky
pure.
clean.
Squeaky clean. God bless.
By day 10, you had a half a charcuterie board in there.
I'm writing in Kanye West though this year.
Yeah, proud of you.
It's
I think
the
it's
only
too
option.
late.
Oh, is it too late?
It might be.
I missed the window.
You might have.
Fuck. Oh.
Hey, good thing you live in a
missed
red
the
state,
window.
though. You're good.
I think it's.
You a swinger?
Didn't we talk about how it might have been swing last podcast?
I don't know. I didn't listen.
Same. It's way too long.
It's an hour? God damn.
No,
Speaking
I
of an
already
hour, Bob,
lost that hour.
we're coming up on that, so we should.
Are we
probably-
tiptoeing?
We're tiptoeing on
Tiptoeing?
Jordan.
Well, let me fucking Let me pull the doc back up real quick. 'cause
So
I
if you
think
want to say
from
anything to your moms, because she's listening, she was the only one that was watching our other content, so presumably she'd be the only one listening to this.
Oh God, my mom is the only one watching these podcasts. That's not
Kathy,
good.
I'm sorry.
I don't think she's watching the whole thing.
I hope not.
Hopefully, she's not watching the whole thing.
Hopefully she just skipped to the curb stomping part.
Yeah, well, we can highlight that one. You know.
Yeah, I'll put that on TikTok. See how that
Put
goes.
that one on the old TikTok. I don't know. I really enjoyed the Joe Rogan podcast yesterday. That's the last thing I kind of.
You're gonna do that.
actually
You
wanted to
got
touch on.
you got 5 minutes. Timer starts. Now go.
It's still like I'm really just gonna float in this area and make no points whatsoever because you just gave me the floor for 5 minutes. So I want to start slow.
Then you'll beat it up.
Yeah, all this censorship shit with Spotify taking down specifically Alex Jones episodes, as well as other like quote unquote right wing people. I know not some of them are right wing, and some of them more alt right, you know.
Sure.
But the newest episode that just aired is like the biggest fuck you to Spotify I think I've ever seen, because it's literally bringing Alex Jones back on again, as well as Tim Dillon, who's pretty hilarious. Also very deep in like this conspiracy theory shit. And I don't know, it was just illuminating. I know every single, like, that's the trope of like Joe Rogan podcasts is like, oh my God, dude, my mind was evolved and like it was taken to a new dimension from this episode. But to a certain degree, it's refreshing because I hate society currently, and I hate the direction it's going, and I hate the like predominant, I don't know, just the liberal agenda and like what society has become. My biggest thing is like censorship, and I felt like that was very uncensored the entirety of that episode. So
yeah,
that was just refreshing.
I am gonna cut that last couple minutes out just
That's fine.
so you guys don't have to worry about that.
That
Don't
could
worry
be a
about what
Kevin-
Bob just said.
A Kevin note.
It was
We'll just stick
for
with all
us.
Kevin's topics for this fucking
Yeah, so just don't,
today's
you know.
podcast.
Just kidding. I'm gonna edit everything else out, and it's just gonna be that.
Oh, that was really, really good. I'm not sure how you did that sound so well, but oh man, it's gone now.
Yeah,
Fucked up.
I tried to do it again. It didn't work. But yeah,
Honestly, I think you should watch that.
I should. Since we're coming for the throne, I should probably read up on what
Seriously,
my boy Joe Ro's doing
what he's up to.
and how he's cornering the market.
It was I don't know, it was fun.
If I wasn't such a
I
self-absorbed
watched-
shell of a person, I would have more insight on this sort of topic. But I don't.
You do though. You do. You just have to analyze, I don't know, prevailing sentiment. It's also backwards. I don't know. I feel like we're regressing so hard in such a short amount of time.
I would agree. We are everything you need and want in life. And that is why
Today,
you should
tomorrow, and yesterday.
follow us on whatever exists. Because we're
Yes.
probably there. So yeah, check us out. I'm going to figure out how to put this on Spotify or whatever. And hopefully we don't get censored.
Well, automatic censors might take us down,
Yeah, it's all right.
but
Well,
most likely not, right?
Speaking
I
of
think we're
Spotify, I guess. See you next Tuesday.
Tuesdays, baby.
It's probably
not
going to be up
Friday.
on like Thursday or Friday. But whatever, we'll see. Because Tuesday was yesterday.
Yes.
Oopsie doopsie.